I'm 3, Lord, I'm 4, Lord, I'm 500 miles away from home, away from home, away from home, away from home, away from home. Lord, I'm 500 miles away from home.
Okay, now we're fitting the material, so we need to get to the thickness and height. For example, this material is 3 centimeter, 0.5 millimeter thickness. So now we need to create a new material. So we click the new material, and the height is 30 millimeter. Thickness is 0.5. The type we can make SS 3 centimeter 0.5. So click OK. Okay, we can see here. This is the new parameter we already create. Now you can see the material we already finished fitting. So next we will be this knife, insert this knife in here. So how to do it? See the software. First we click the manufacturer, manipulate home, bending home, slot home, digi home, tools region. Whether the knife take off. Yes, it's already take off. So we click yes. Now it display put on the knife and the knife point to the base plate. So we need to put the knife touch the plate. First loose this one. Touch and press on the knife. Then tighten the screw. Tight. Okay, once finished, we go to the software and click yes. Okay, now the knife is finished. So next we need to check the cutting. Okay, now we began check the cutting deep or shallow. So first we click the slot, but before we click the slot, we need to check the material. Is it already ready? So we need to go to here and check the material is little more than the knife in here position. So once we confirm the material is ready, so we need to click the software slot. We can see here it's single wet dips. What means? It means one time cut the thickness, and what times? It means 3 times cut. So one time cut 0.09, so 3 times it will be cut 0.20, right? So now we click slot. Okay, so it display whether to fit in bending position. I click no because I want slot one more time. So after this I need to click the forward. Forward means going to outside. You can see the machine. It's forward. Okay. Now we go to the software. I click slot again. Okay. It's whether to fit in bending position. I click yes. Then what we will see is cutting okay or not. See, this is the first time cut. We need hand to bend. Okay, I think it's okay. So I think it's okay. The cut is okay. So it display whether to come back to the waiting position. I click yes, the material will be come back. Okay. So for example, if you want it cutting more deep, we need change here single wet dips. For example, now it's 0.09. If we want cutting more deep, we need to write 0.1 or 0.11 because it's cutting 3 times. So 1 time by 3 will be the total cutting. So now I think the cutting is okay, so I no change. But if you cutting is not okay, you can change it for more deep or more shallow. Just modify from here. The 3 times for about 0.5 to 0.6 thickness material. If 0.7 or 0.8, you need cutting 4 times. And 0.9 to 1.2 mm, you need cutting the times you need to write 5 times because we need to protect the knife. If you cutting only 1 time, the knife is easy to broken. So now the cutting is okay. Next is the feeding precision adjust. So first we click the calibration and test. Here I have feeding calibration. So here I write select length. I write 1000. The unit is millimeter. 1000th millimeter is 1 meter. So I click begin feeding. It will be cutting 2 times. One time, 2 times. So we break down. We need take a skip or ruler to measure the actual length. Now I need to take a ruler. It's 1 millimeter long. 1 millimeter long. Because it's 1 millimeter long, so the measure I need to write 1001. Then click calculate, save. Okay, after click the calculate saved, the material will be back automatic. So the slotting is finished. The fitting calibration is finished. Next we need the binning. So I click the filer and open or test the filer. This one. Click. Okay. So we only use this filer. Now we find this filer and double click this one. It's a red color. So we click start. Now we can see this effect and this software work finished. Whether feeding the material back to the slow timpan, click yes. What we see here, the bending is more strong than the fire. So how to reduce the power? We click the calibration, arc calibration. So here I need to teach you some knowledge. Here is positive bending. Here is negative bending. So previous the fighter is bending for this way, this positive bending. If bending for this way, it's negative bending. So now the positive bending power is more strong. So how to reduce the positive bending power? So we need to go to the software. We can see here RVS bending strength. RVS, this control the positive bending power. The front bend strength control the negative bending power. So now the front positive bending power is more strong. We need more leads. So we need here we need to reduce the power. Now it's 2. So I can think it's 1.5. So I click OK. Then I click cancel and choose again. And click start. So click again. Now come is okay. So before it's bending more strong. Now it's okay. I change it from here. RVS bending strength. So finally we use the RVS bending strength. We make 1 to make the bending very perfect. So the positive bending is down. So next is the negative. How to do the negative? We click cancel and click the. Okay, we push on the control and double click. Control, double click. It's blue color. So we click start. So see here is negative bending. Negative. So we check the fighter. It's little power is little more, right? So we need to reduce little more. We need to go to the software and check how to reduce. Yes. So how to reduce? We need to click the calibration and test and arc calibration. And because negative bending, we need front bending strength control. Now it's 1.5. Because we need to reduce little smaller. We need to try to maybe 0.3. So I will try and click OK. Now I click cancel and control. Click control. Yes, and double click. It become blue color. So I click start again. Okay, you see it's more perfect than before. So come to the software. Front bend strength. The date control the power. The date more bigger. the bending power more strong. The front control the negative bending. The RVS bend strength control the positive bending. The date more bigger, the power more strong. The date more small, the power more less. If we put a minus, no, it's 1.3. If we put a minus 1.3, the bending power is very less. So you can understand only this 1, 2 to control the bending, positive and the negative. Now I introduce some functions of the software. So a finder is for new, create new and open. Open AI or PLT. Okay. So the finder only for new and open. The parameter setting we normally no use. And here is very important. The fitting calibration for the fitting precision. Like before I select the lens is 1000 millimeter and the measure is 1001. So this for the fitting precision adjustment. The arc calibration is for the bending power adjust. See here. Yes, and arc calibration. Yes, and the voice test. Here you see manipulator home and bending home, tips adjust home and sloping home, but it all have in here. So normally we not use the voice test because here and here is same. And the speed setting, normally we not change the speed because we write it down before deliver. So tools no use. Okay, and here the select craft type. This the name of the material you used right now. So now we use the 13 millimeter, 0.5 millimeter as stainless steel. So the name. If you want to create, if you change the material, like you change it to 14 millimeters, 0.5 millimeter, you can create a new material and write the height, write the thickness, write the name, and click OK. And here will be change the name which you create. And the brain radius is normally we put 1.05, normally no change. And here is very important, the zoom out and zoom in. For example, now it right 0.3, 0.3. If I click zoom out, after corner, in the corner, if I click zoom out, now it's 0.3. Now I change it later. I click later, you can see the later. See, and now I click zoom in.
Yeah.
See, it's for the later bigger or smaller. So here, new material is for create new material, and here cut curve and pressing sharp corners. No, not use this one. And the manipulator home is for the fitting go to home, and bending home is for the bending to the center. Sloping home is for sloping go to home, like a CNC rotor back to the 0 position. The dips home is for the cutting dips go to the 0 position. And to the allegiance, is for the tooth. The first time you install to the blade, we need this one, and we can also follow here. Yes, follow here to install to the blade. And here the back is material return. The forward is material forward, go to outside. And the fitting speed is 100 millimeter 1 second. Okay. And here, very important. Before I read to you, this single dips is for one time cut. The wet times is times. How many times we cut? Now we write 3 times. One time cut is 0.069. So one time total cut is 0.28. 0.28. So if you need more deep cut, we can write 0.1. The total cut will be 0.3. If you want to cut a little shallow, we need to write 0.08. So total will be cut 0.24. This for the cutting dips adjustment. So before we write 0.09. So this is the perfect cutting. So we no change. So here start is the random machine. Hold is hold. Stop is stop working. So the software is this all. It's not difficult. So before already do the fitting, slotting and bending adjustment. Now you can create the fighter in the codure and import the fighter to the software. Then go to your job. That's all.